Hello and welcome to the ICMMS Daily Report. To use this tool, every user needs access to the ICMMS platform. This access is set up at the request of the company by the Siemens Construction Management. Each user will subsequently receive a system-generated email with the login information and a corresponding link to the server. For this purpose, an existing internet connection is required, as a browser Google Chrome is favored. Here is an example of the generated mail in regard of the login information. One finds here the link to the system and also a password request with which one gets the initial password sent. In addition, you can see for which project and for which roles you are logged in the system. After clicking on the link, you will be led directly to the login of the application. On the left side, the input of username and password is expected. On the right side, you can request a password from the system that will be sent to the mail address below. After entering the username and the password, you can reach the ICMMS platform. It is possible to change the system-generated password via the user settings function. For this, the old password must be entered again and then a new one can be selected. However, this must meet the requirements and contain the following parts. Minimum length, 8 characters. Must contain at least one uppercase letter, one lowercase letter, one number and one special character. The password is rejected until it meets the system conditions. With the confirmation set new password, the new password is saved and can be used at the next login. We are now logged into the system and can use the program. To do this, please select the link under sections labeled Daily Report Partners and activate it with the left mouse click. After clicking on the link, the program window of the Daily Report module opens. In the header area of the screen, I see the project while I am currently working. This information will be displayed on the left side just below the navigation bar. Below you can see the table view of the daily reports that have been created in the project so far. On the right side under the heading Downloads is a PDF called Daily Report Training Material for Partners. This is a short summary of this video in a PDF file which can be downloaded as desired. Below the graphic there is a navigation bar, with which I can navigate in the program and can also return to the ICMMS main page. Now to the table of reports. In the header of the table, I can sort the data. I select the appropriate column and with a mouse click a sorting is set. The following arrow shows the direction of the sorting. This can be changed by clicking again. Attention, it can only be sorted in one column, multiple selections are not possible. The header of the table also shows how many pages there are and the number of data records displayed here. The default is a number of 100 entries, but this can be increased by changing to a maximum of 1000. This also changes the number of pages. All you have to do is overwrite the number in the mask and confirm by pressing Enter. In addition, a filter function is available. This is activated via the filter button. Below, a new line appears below the table header with input fields in which you can create filter criteria. The Reset button will reset the current filter and return the table completely. The button closes the filter input line. It is also possible to transfer the displayed table into an Excel spreadsheet and to save it on the local computer via download. All you have to do is select the Export button. In this file, however, only the entries of the table are stored, the daily reports are not transferred. These can be called individually via the link in the report number. A print option then appears in the report window. The Print Form button displays a PDF file which can be saved by download and subsequently printed. By using the button Close window you can close the report window and return to the application. The following information is displayed in the table, from left to right. Report number, which is assigned automatically by the system during creation. Contractor, name of the company that created this report. Date, displays the date this report was created. Report type, indicates whether it is a report for civil or electrical and mechanical works. Working time, the daily working hours associated with this report. Partner, the name of the creator on the contractor's side. SSM, the name of the responsible Siemens site manager who has read and signed the report. Subsequently report, indicates that this report was subsequently stored into the system by the Siemens construction management and is usually based on an already signed paper report. Status, is generated depending on the processing step of the report, whereby it can accept the values draft, received by SSM or seen. Draft means, the company has the report in progress, but this has not yet been released and has been sent to the Siemens construction management. Changes can still be made by the contractor. Received by ICMMS means, report is complete, approved by the contractor, signed and submitted to the Siemens construction management. Changes are no longer possible. Seen means, the Siemens construction management has read and signed this report. It can now be viewed, downloaded as PDF and printed or saved. As far as the functions in the program window, we now come to the creation of a new daily report. First, it should be clear for which day the new report is to be created. A look into the table helps, and it can be seen in the example that there is already a report for the 7th and 5th of February. Per day, only one report can be created for each contractor for the day shift and night shift. This is checked by the program, and the attempt to create two reports on the same day in the same shift is acknowledged with an error message. I want to create a report for February 6th. For this I select the button New Entry and the program changes the view to the input mask. Fields with different possibilities are displayed here. 1. Fields without frame. Here information is automatically displayed and these are not editable. This concerns the report number and also the name of the company, as this clearly shows from the login. 2. Fields with frames that can be pre-assigned. These are input fields in which values from previous reports are specified in order to reduce the effort of re-entering recurring information. 3. Fields with frames that are empty. If necessary, a new entry must be made for each new report. 4. Input fields marked with an asterisk. These entries are mandatory. What needs to be in the report? The date is pre-allocated with the current date at the time of creation, but can be changed as desired. The unit, this is the block number in the power plant which is necessary for multiple block systems. Building, the building or the areas where the work was done. Trade, the name of the assembly contract such as piping BOP. CNS number, the Siemens internal cost numbering system. Working time, the daily working hours. Shift work, whether day or night shift. Weather conditions, the weather conditions on the day of the report. Now the employees working on the construction site have to be recorded. This input is split into categories and summarized in the evaluation in two groups. 1. Administrative or overhead hours. 2. Productive hours. Only the number of employees is entered, the working hours are then calculated over the previously noted working time. So the number of employees is multiplied by the daily working time. For special cases where employees were not present all day, the number can also be noted differently with 0.5 or corresponding subsets. Here in the example one's the values for 1 site manager, 1 secretary only half the day present, 3 welders, 1 supervisor, 5 boiler makers, and a quality department member. To calculate the sums immediately you can click on the compute button and the page will be calculated and redrawn. Below this input, the responsible employees of the company for construction management, safety, first aider, etc. queried. By clicking on the next button, I can switch to page 2 of the report. Here are the following entries required. 1. Executed works. These are the works carried out on this day. The box is pre-allocated with the entry of the previous report as far as there were entries there. This information must be adapted to the circumstances of the report date and changed. From the info, the executed work must be clearly recognizable. 2. Unusual events. This field is not pre-assigned. The info must be re-entered in each report, even if the event spans several days. 3. Received material. This box will also not be pre-assigned. Here deliveries are made to the contractor. At the bottom of the second page is still asked for used equipment and tools. Here only information on large equipment and special tools are necessary. The most used entries are already specified in the list. Here only the number must be noted, which was used on the day. For equipment not listed, this can be noted in the lines on the right by name. Here in the example, a cherry picker is entered. With the button Next, I finish the input and come to the preview of this report. I can look at all the information entered and decide whether I want to save the report for later changes or whether it should be sent immediately to the Siemens Construction Management. Clicking on Draft saves the report, sets the status accordingly to draft, but no forwarding takes place. The Siemens Construction Management sees this report, but it is ignored or even signed in this state. If you want to continue editing this report, just click on the link in the table and the report window will open again. Here I can make changes via the Edit button and immediately complete and send the report via Complete Report. It is then changed in status to Received by SSM. The Close button closes the report window and returns to the table view. In the overview, I see this change in the status. In addition, the entry is highlighted in yellow. This mark will be removed after the signing by the Siemens Construction Management. If a change is necessary after sending, you can send a request to the Siemens Construction Management and ask for the return of the report. For this, I open the report by clicking on the link. In the new window, the button Recall Report can be selected and the recall request will be sent. The status changes to Recall Requested. Now the Siemens Construction Management has to agree to this recall. Please address the responsible site manager and explain the reasons. After the recall has been approved by the Siemens Construction Management, you will be informed by mail and the report can again be seen as draft in the table and can be changed as described above via Edit and sent again. Here in the example, a change of the employees and an additional delivery. After saving, the report workflow is started again. It is set to Received in the status and highlighted in yellow. The Siemens Construction Management is informed by mail and is now obliged to check this report and to release it by signature and date. Once this is done, the status is set to Seen and the contractor can print and save the report. In the now opened report, you can see a text that is highlighted in blue. This is a comment from the Siemens Construction Management, which was submitted to the report in the appropriate box. This comment is now an integral part of the report and cannot be changed by the contractor. In the event of a dispute, it must be made in writing to the site management via the official channel and no escalation will occur within the daily report tool. To the workflow of the daily report, should open questions remain, please contact your Siemens Construction Management. Thank you for your attention.